Hey guys, welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program with Jay here. Last time we had a pretty boring episode where I just tried to put satellites into orbit, but found out that they don't work very well if you don't have batteries, and batteries that can be recharged by solar. And so they're not going to be able to do any sort of science experiments or anything like that. So I think that what we're going to do this time is I've done a little work off camera, and I've made some modifications. I'm going to take the Space Voyager here, and I'm going to take us to the moon, and I'm going to swing us around the moon, and then we're going to bring it back, and we're going to get the science that we need to boost us over that limit so that we can start putting some satellites into deep space orbit. Because what's going to happen is when we get into the deep space orbit with the Sputnik type satellites, we're going to be able to collect science very quickly, and then we're going to be able to really advance our space program. So this part is not quite like the space programs of old, like the American space program, because it really we're doing a lot more of the manned missions very early on, which you wouldn't have seen in the actual space program. We're going to go ahead and launch this rocket in 3, 2, 1. And this is going to be a very slow liftoff. Actually, it's a rather quick liftoff. In the older space programs, what you would have seen... I'm going to get us back on... Here we go. In the older space programs, what you would have seen were the satellite missions going first, followed by the manned missions coming later. I am really going off course here. I just want to slow us down, bring us back into a straight up and down. There we go. We're a little bit closer. There we go. Bring us back onto this side. So what you would have seen was like in the actual space program, there was you had your Sputniks and your satellites. This has just become too hot to handle. We're not even 1,000. You know, I'm going to make I think I need to make some modifications here. Because we've used almost all of our fuel. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut that. And eject those and that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. What I did is I added a couple more fuel tanks. And I think that what that has done has really upset the balance of the ship here. And I think what was wrong was that I was just... I don't really know. My balance wasn't very good. So what I'm going to do is... There we go. That all blew up. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. Maybe I can get some science from this. Let's see if we can get a crew report. Yeah, my scientific value for that isn't very much. But the deal is I think that I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to take off the extra fuel tanks that I added, because what I actually did was some work off camera, which I think I said earlier, and I actually was able to put a rocket into a very stable orbit with tons and tons of fuel left over. So I think that what I can do is get us into a moon orbit, and then we can get some science, come back home, hopefully, I think what I might do is try to get a flyby of the moon, just not even into a stable orbit, just a flyby, so that we can get some different parts and that we can spice up the series a little bit. Because I feel like I want to play all of this in real time with you guys, and I don't want to do any cheaty kind of. I'm gonna have to turn the shadow. Oh. Well, a lot of stuff exploded just then. He's very confused about what's going on. I don't want to do any sort of like I did that off camera flight just because I really wanted to keep things spicy and make sure that everything stays. So we got just 4.3 recovered on that, so we didn't get very much, but we have 66 science right now. I want to keep things fresh for you guys, and I don't want us to have to do the same 2 or 3 flights over and over and over and over again. And I think that in this situation, you guys are going to be a little bit more accepting, because since last time was just such a failure, I think that I'm going to actually put another parachute on here. Since the last episode was pretty disappointing, I don't think anybody's going to be opposed to me doing what I can to really spice this up. But I don't want to do I don't want to farm for science while I'm off camera. What I want to do is I want to actually show you guys all the ships that I'm using, and then you can play along if you find something out you like, or if you have something that you think I could do better, you can go ahead and tell me. But I think really just the main purpose for this needs to be it's kind of a learning experience for all of us. As this game becomes more and more advanced, I think that we're gonna learn different things. So I'm gonna go ahead and launch this in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Now I'm getting a little bit of wobble here like I got my last time. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So I just want to keep it straight on, up and down. And then I'm going to boost that up a little bit. And this is one of those things that I'm just a little bit curious of why it's operating differently than it was before. And I'm not entirely positive. I think that's true of any sort of even NASA mission. Like you can plan, and you can like they sent the shuttle up several times, and it probably didn't go the exact same every time either. It's just one of those anomalies where machines aren't always going to behave the same way. The purpose and design is to behave the same way, but it's not going to happen every single time. So you just gotta try to roll with the punches, and I don't know, maybe the game's just trying to make me look bad in front of you guys, but I'm not entirely certain. It's see, like right now we're doing a little bit of pitch and roll. We're doing I'm trying to do what I can to stay right on the 90, but it's fighting me every step of the way. I'm gonna do this, which is a little bit more of a boring view for you guys, but it really helps me out. Keeps me on the 90, and I'm gonna give this last little boost right before I lose this first stage engine. We're about 6,000. And there goes there we go. Now we're way more stable here. And yeah. My Q and my E are my roll buttons here. So I'm gonna roll back try to get back on my 90. And I'm gonna throttle down a little bit and then try to start doing my gravity turn. Ooh-wee. There we go. A little bit of gravity turn. Now, I'm in an orbit when I'm at about 2,300 meters a second. So we're going to speed that up here. And we're going to try to get to that magic number of 2,300 meters a second. And we'll get into a stable orbit. Then we can try our flyby of the moon, and we're going to see what we can do from there. Hopefully we can get that last little boost of... We only need 24 science, which we could accomplish by... I'm pretty sure we could accomplish through just getting into a pretty stable orbit and... collecting our science from these experiments and then coming back home. But I'd really like to have a return vessel from home or from the moon, because even the one that we got into orbit around the moon was pretty unsuccessful, because it's still just hovering around there, and it's never ever going to come back because we don't even have any ports that will be able to we won't have any docking ports. So what we would have to do is get into a synchronous orbit with that vessel, and then we would have to go about trying to just move the Kerbal from one vessel to the other, and that would just be a logistical nightmare. And I mean, it's possible, but it would take so much fuel, and that's that is, if that happens at all, it's going to be much later on, just because it'd be so difficult to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start to try to circularize my orbit. And there goes that. And this is my smaller engine, my liquid fuel engine. And I was able to get into a fairly stable orbit last time with quite a bit of fuel left. So hopefully this can get me into the same. And I think I'm gonna have to check. I'm really gonna have to check, but I think that I might be able to do a nice little just swing around the moon. It'll be close if I can, and I'm not positive that I can, but I'm gonna do my best. Oh, this does not need to be happening. I need to just stop. There we go. That should be okay. And by burning directly on the horizontal, I'm trying to get the maximum velocity in my relation to the Earth, or into Kerbin here, and hopefully that's gonna. I mean, hopefully we'll have enough fuel left. I don't know if you can see over here. Our fuel's holding pretty steady, and but we do need that magic number of 2,300 meters a second, and that's gonna be the real problem. And now that I've met the apoapsis, I'm starting to head back down, as you can see up by up here. I don't know that you can see my mouse in this recording, but we really got to get that orbit circularized into at 2,300 meters a second. And it's going up. It's continually going up, but there's the sun. And if we don't get to the moon in this episode, I think I might make it a twofer, and I can imagine that we're going to be able to get our an extra 25 science points, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll build the I'll build my rocket rocket on camera, my Sputnik, and we'll take a look at what it can do. Now we're still I don't think we're gonna be able to get to the moon, so I think that's what's gonna happen. I think what we're gonna do in this episode is I'm gonna get this into an orbit, and then I'm gonna collect the science off of it. I'm actually going to observe the mystery goo while under acceleration. I'm in space. See, my scientific value has gone way down for this, which is disappointing, but I mean, it's to be expected. Oh, here we go. We're getting close. We're getting close. We've got this orbit almost circularized. I only need 100 more meters a second. The only disappointing thing is that I'm not going to have enough fuel. And I'm going into chase mode, which I do believe means I'm in an orbit. And we'll check it. 99, 75. So we're a little bit further out on this side. I feel so bad for him. Yeah, let's what would that take? So what this would do, we would do a moon encounter and a periapsis of, and then a moon escape, and then come right back here. Where am I? Is this me? No, that's not me. Yes, this is me. Okay, so we're gonna, what would this take? I don't know that I can do a burn that long. We're gonna see. I'm gonna point to where I need to go. We're gonna see what we can do. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit, get us closer to that orbit. Now I'm assuming it's gonna take us a little bit less time than it says right here. I really hope that we can do this, because this would be fantastic, just to swing by and then go straight back in for a direct entry, because that would really, really, really help out. I think that would be fantastic. Now, I was watching a recent video of Kurtjmac, and his problem was when you slow down from your time warp, it doesn't just do a direct stop. It actually kind of slowly brings you back down, which is a little bit frustrating, because I mean, if your time warp is too high, then you're just screwed. So 841 meters a second. I don't know that I can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself to a point where to see if I can get out there. And if worse comes to worse, I'm going to save myself just a little bit of fuel to try to deorbit myself. Because I can go right into a direct entry at my apoapsis and just try to gun it straight for Kerbin. I think this is possible. I think this is incredibly I think this is exactly what's going to happen. This is going to be fantastic. 15 seconds. Yeah, our fuel is looking great. This is gonna be successful. After last time was so unsuccessful, I think this is going to be incredibly successful. Okay, 0. And where are we? Where is our orbit? Where? Okay, I need a little bit more. Oh. Shoot. Oh, goodness. Get rid of this. Get rid of that thing. Okay, where's my periapsis at? Okay. Where's my fuel? My fuel's at 67. My battery power's fine. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to speed ahead. Time warping. Let's do the time warp again. Oh, whoa. Froze a little bit for a second there. Oh, gosh. That was much too fast. Our periapsis, we're going to be pretty far away, which I'm okay with. I'm fine with that. I'm very fine with that. And this is just going to do a little bit of a slingshot with us. Yes. Boom. Okay, stop. And this will bring us back down to 323. So what I can do is I can use what's left of my fuel for a direct entry. So now that I'm in a technically I'm in a moon orbit, I'm going to observe the mystery goo here. Oh, look at that. Look at that scientific value. 30 there. This is going to be just great. I'm really excited about this. That one's open. This one's not open. And this is going to be worth less. Okay, maybe it's not. And then we're going to observe that. Okay, and then we're going to do a crew report. 15. And then we're going to send you out on EVA. And this is going to be a very, just a little bit of a, okay, high over the moon. And we're going to board you back on. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the moon. That's Kerbin. We're going to look at the moon, say, hello, how are you? And we are going to speed this up. So what we're really doing right now is we're just staying stationary because of the orbit of the moon. And we're going to speed this up just a little bit. And then we are about to escape. Boom. Okay. Now I need to burn opposite my orbit to shrink my orbit or my periapsis here. So what I'm going to do is just do little tiny burns. Little tiny burns. There it goes. It's shrinking. I love this. I love it very much. It's very nice. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, yes. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. We're gonna do it. This is fantastic. I am so happy about this. Oh, this is exactly what I'd intended this to do, and we even have extra fuel left. This is really my most successful trip yet. I am so happy about this. Look at that. 251 meters. That's going to bring us in really shallow, and that's just going to... Oh, this is going to be great. This is just... I'm very, 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 very excited. So I'm going to flip myself opposite here. And we're going to speed up time. And it's going to bring us in. And at about... Look at that. That's great. And then Kerbin explodes. Kerbin has exploded. What the heck even happened there? The atmosphere just went nuts. And we are falling into Kerbin. An interesting fact about space, you're always falling somewhere. My time warp is still in the yellow here up here, and you can see that if it goes red, that's when you really have stuff to worry about. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit. Feel a little bit more comfortable. Now we're in a really high orbit over Kerbin. I'm going to speed us up. And it's going to automatically slow us down when we get under 70, I think. Yeah, there we go. So when you go under 70, it automatically slows you down, which is very nice because it's, you know, not wanting you to be too dangerous. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the remainder of my fuel to slow myself down. And this is just really going to slow down my orbit. Crap. Cancel that. Oh, goodness. Sticky keys. Oh, how I hate the sticky keys. I don't know what the recording there is going to... I think it's just going to go black for a second, but... Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, so we're going to slow this orbit down. And what I'm really trying to do is I'm saving myself the trouble so that my parachutes don't have to do as much work and that my G-forces won't be as extreme. And since I have this extra fuel anyway, I figure I might as well kill the velocity. And yeah, and you can see now it has switched to my surface speed, and my surface speed just really it needs to be at about 6 meters a second when you hit. Is really the best case scenario. So I've got my 3 parachutes that I'll probably deploy at about 10,000 meters. I might actually deploy them right when my liquid fuel goes out, but this fuel is a champ. I am very impressed with how well this is done. This ship is very simplistic. We've had a little bit of problems at the beginning, which maybe with some minor advancements that'll... And you can see here's some heating effects here. With some minor advancements might be fixed. And I think that I'm just very impressed with how well the whole thing's turned out. And I think I'm going to deploy my drag chutes right when this liquid fuel's gone, which is going to be very soon. And there we go. And now I'll deploy those parachutes. My G-forces went up a little bit, but I think that we should be okay. And you can see my surface speed is really going down. It's almost about 1,000 now. And my G-forces over here, they're normal. I didn't go into the red like I did last time. Bob's kind of freaking out, but he's okay. He knows that there's a good chance that he's going to survive this whole thing. I really like the surface speed here, so I'm going to do a little bit of speeding up, and it's in the red, which I don't necessarily care for, but I just don't want to leave you guys hanging the entire time. I think this episode is running a little bit longer than usual. So what I'm going to do is, in victory of how well this mission has gone, this 17-hour mission, I guess, which is very impressive if they can get to Kerbin or the moon in 17 hours. That's impressive. It takes about 8 days, I think, to get from the Earth to the moon in real time. And I think that what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little victory jig, and we're gonna get our science. And as you can see, my surface speed is really dropping quickly. My parachutes are doing exactly what I want them to do. Yeah, it's just plummeting, which is fantastic. And we're I need to disable that. Disable my SAS, so I'm on the straight and narrow here. We'll do our little victory science, and then what I'm going to do is I think I might go ahead and build the my satellite, so that for the next episode we can just completely focus on where the heck we're going to send this thing and what it's going to do for us. So, and there's the parachute deployment, and we are now descending only at about 5.4 meters a second, which is really awesome. And don't worry about these parachutes if you're using them. They're going to go ahead and automatically deploy when you are 500 meters above the surface. So even if it seems like they're not deploying, they will. They will deploy. Oh, and all my electric charge is gone. Everything is gone, and Bob's just floating casually down. The parachutes, they're a mechanical thing, so they're not battery powered. So you don't need your electric charge to control your parachutes, which is fantastic. And they will automatically deploy when you're 500 meters above whatever surface you're getting ready to land on, which is also very nice. So you don't have to worry about manually doing any of that. We should be able to have just a nice little, faint little tap down at about 200 meters above sea level. And that's really going to help when we get out to, I think it's Duna is the Mars analog, whenever we go out that way. And I think that's really going to just, that's what they did. Oh, Bob is celebrating over here. What they did when they landed the Curiosity rover on Mars was they did like a platform. So they popped the parachutes, and that really slowed down the entire mechanism. And then they fired reverse rockets, I think, and then did a sky crane. So they like had a crane that like had the Curiosity rover on a tether. So they had their parachutes and shot that up. And then once that let go of Curiosity, that shot back up and then landed somewhere else. So. And here we are, we're about to touch down at 5.2 meters a second. Hopefully it's not too fast. There it is. Oh, we're going to fall over. Just like the Soviets. Just like the Soviets. There we go. Bob Kerman. Fantastic. Great job. Let's see what all we got off of this. And I think that this is going to be fantastic. This is going to be great. We got tons of science, I bet. We got EVA reports, we have crew reports, we have goo canisters, we have the recovery of the vessel. Oh, look at that. 71 off of that. This was really, really nice. We were able to get the same amount of science. Oh, okay, see, we got less science. We got 13 than 13, or 30, 13.3 than 5.9. But we still collected almost 50 off of that alone. And so now we have 138, which is going to be great. I'm going to take you guys to research and development, and we are going to get what we've all been waiting for so that I can actually get this thing going. We have solar panels. We have a battery bank. We have lights and ×2. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the science on that. I think I'm also going to use this science on some general rocketry. And this has opened up a plethora of new things because we have Get back up there. We have our advanced rocketry, which has our radial mount engines, which are great for landing. We have our large fuel tank, and over here we have our regular battery pack. Now, I'm pretty sure that yeah, here we go. This is just a rechargeable battery pack, and we might want to put 2 of these on our ship so that we can just have these solar panels and not have to worry so much about those. This is advanced exploration, and it's got different scientific it's got some ladders and some different scientific equipment. This right here, we got a really high powered battery pack. It's got 400 charge. We have some more advanced panels, and yeah, this is all panels right here. And then right here we have some and the precision engineering. This is really good for landing on surfaces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here, and at the beginning of the next episode we are going to see a time-lapse video of me building our first functioning Sputnik style satellite. So I will see you guys then, and enjoy next week's episode. Goodbye, guys.